Hello everyone. This is day 11 because day 10 didn't happen. Why didn't it happen? Why didn't I record the video? Simply because my body was asking me for a break and I gave myself a break, right? So when you're working on yourself, within yourself, then you need to remember whatever you're doing, right? Healing, learning new skills, starting a new job. You need to remember that one of the ways in which we are being kept in survival and in this whole thing is by distracting us from our needs, right? We are disconnected from our needs. And the most important needs of the nervous system is rest. It's called rest, digest, regenerate. And sleeping is one, but I'm talking about the kind of rest that your nervous system gets a chance to actually experience where you're not sleeping. So just being, right? Just being within your body, feeding yourself the stuff that you need. So sometimes it's food, sometimes it's a break from food, right? So whatever, but just taking a break. Even though I promised myself and whoever needs this content that I'm going to be doing this every day for 30 days, I have giving myself a break, and that's okay. And this is an invitation for you to know that it's okay to give yourself a break, right? You're not obliged to anyone, not your children, not your spouse, not your employer, but you have it in your contract. You see, you have it in your contract that you leave at 5 or you stop working at 5. When it comes to us and our nervous system, we have gotten used to the fact, actually, which is one of the sort of biggest distortions of our lives, is that we have to be hustling and pushing at all times. We're consuming constantly, right? And our nervous system never gets a break. Right? And our minds never get a break. We're always thinking and rationalizing and, as I said, consuming. And, this sort of, it's a little factory here, which finding solutions and doing the work constantly. But actually, a lot of work is being done when you're just being, right? This is proper rest for your mind, for your body. I just want to show you how beautiful the place is where I am at the moment. Look. So just so you know, when you give your body what it needs, it's going to pay you back. It's an investment. Stop looking at rest as a waste of time. It's like an investment, okay? When you are taking a break from constant thinking, doing, attending to needs of others, and by obviously abandoning yourself, ignoring yourself, and not being really present for yourself, this is why we get the burnout, as I said. So rest is actually decompression time, because we spend majority of our time compressing ourselves, pressing and forcing into performing, into doing, into producing, into being productive, right? Because a lot of people feel guilt when they're not productive. But that is the biggest bullshit, because nervous system is an organic thing. Your brain, your nervous system as your mind, it's like a plant, right? It's part of nature. And it needs some restoration time. It needs to regenerate. It needs to rest. And it works 24/7 anyway. With your organs, with your heart, you have no idea. Your nervous system is at work all the time. So at least when you give yourself a break and you say, right, I'm just going to take a little break, not 5 minutes, but a bit more, you give your nervous system decompression time, right? So it bounces back, it regenerates, and you have to do nothing, right? So it's not about consuming supplements, it's not about consuming books or whatever, even though if you read for pleasure, of course, if that's what you need, right? But just staring into the space and just enjoying whatever is happening around us, just being in the moment without judgment. This wasting our time is an illusion, right? Because things are getting consolidating, things are calming down, a lot of things will stop, right? Sometimes when I take a break, it's just like when I get myself into knots mentally, then just stopping and having a cup of tea while staring in the abyss will give me clarity, because we get in the way of ourselves. Our rational minds and our ego is like, this is what we have to do, to-do list, okay, next step. So we multitasking. And again, like, give yourself a break, even from healing, even from therapy, even from whatever you're doing. Just find some decompression time by doing nothing, and give yourself some grace and pat yourself on the back for that, because that's what you need to be doing. If you want to be healthy, it needs to be balanced. Sorry, there's a fly attacking me. It needs to be balanced. So find some balance by just resting. Never give up on yourself.